What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Bears pregame show. I'm Ivan Vargas. Make sure you go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff to the Tape Never Lies Network. Become a patron at www.thetapeneverlies.com. Let's fucking do this, guys, right? Kenny's already ready. Let's fucking go. Alan, Ray. Oops, sorry, Alan. I'm moving too quick. Alan, bear down. Ray, what's up, brother? Bear down. Salantonio, what's up, bro? Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Dale. Let's get it going, brother. Noah T, what's up? Game day, baby. And game day it is. Bears, Lions, big time game for the Bears. Revenge game. It should be on the hearts and minds of every single Bears player today to go and make up for the debacle that happened in Detroit a few weeks ago. You know, I said it last show, another Bears show on Tuesday. I feel good about the Bears' chances here today. Detroit, their defense, although it's ranked 13th right now, has not been able to generate much of a pass rush. And when it comes down to Justin Fields, they can't seem to contain him either. Justin Fields has gone over 100 yards in the past couple games here against the Lions, rushing the football. Now, we all know how well he does running the ball. I think it comes down to Justin Fields' arm, which is obvious enough for anybody that's been watching the Bears. It's going to come down to Justin Fields and his throwing ability towards the end of the game. I'm looking for the Bears to find some success, and I think it's going to start again with that pass rush. Are they going to be able to get to Jared Goff enough to throw him off his point? Generate some turnovers, maybe just put hands on him, be around him, frustrate him enough to where he's going to make a mistake. And you saw what happened in the first half of that first game. The Bears generating turnovers helped them gather a lead, a big lead. Obviously, they weren't able to hold on to it, but that's the same type of mentality you have to have, and that's the same type of approach this defense is going to have in order to have a success today. Coach Dre, what's up, bro? How are you doing? I'm very confident in what they're going to do in the running game. I really am. I think they need to start running right at some of these pass rushers that they go up against. Aiden Hutchinson is, no different, right? Run the football at him. You have three running backs. Roschon Johnson seems to be coming into his own. You're going to have to obviously see more of him. But if you keep feeding him and he keeps having these solid games and solid contributions in the backfield, and I'm talking about in passing, in the passing game, in the running game, pass blocking, I think Roschon Johnson is going to be seen a lot more on the football field in these last 5 games than not, right? I believe in rhythm when it comes to running the football. So it's going to be difficult judging. And I heard, you heard Matt Eberflus, what was it, Friday, say that, the way that he was asked a question about how they use their running backs, and, paraphrasing here, but he pretty much said it's if a guy has a big run, then they're going to go with that guy. If, they have, everybody gets a certain set of plays, and it's mixed in there with a passing play, a running play. Maybe you're in there for pass protection. But if you break a big one or you have success on that play, they're going to go with that running back and those set of plays. If I'm not mistaken, I could have missed a point there, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly how he described how they use their running backs. Is if a guy takes off on one play, we're going to run it again with him. And if you don't, then they'll continue to cycle them through until they find some success with one of them. Let's talk about more about Justin. Looking back at last game, 16 for 23, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Obviously had the fumble late. 18 rushes, 104 yards, no touchdowns, 5.7 a carry. Now, I just mentioned to you, Justin, actually the Bears are 0-5 when Justin goes over 100 yards rushing. 0-5. So again, it comes down to how he's going to navigate this Detroit defense and find the open man. We need the big play down the field. idea of we're going to dink and dunk and try to horizontally beat this football team and let our playmakers, make plays. That's fine. And I like the idea of letting your playmakers make plays for you. But when push comes to shove in this league, it seems like the Bears turtle shell, right? They just kind of go into protective mode. I don't want to say fetal position, but basically, yeah, a fetal position. You get shelled up, and you don't want to be aggressive, and that can't happen in this game. That can't happen in this game. You saw what happened to you against Detroit last time you faced them. It just cannot be. You need to be more aggressive. We need to take big shots downfield. It comes down to coaching and the execution of the player. Justin needs to find these guys. When DJ Moore's open, you need to find DJ Moore. When your running back is open in the flat and you see nothing downfield, you need to connect to the running back. I know it sounds like I'm simplifying it way too much, but I'm not. I'm not. These are the things that Justin needs to go ahead and finally do to really gain the trust of this coaching staff, of this front office. And I know we've seen all the pictures of hugging and stuff like that from the previous win, but I still think the verdict is still out. And I'm a Justin guy. I want him to succeed, but the truth is that he needs to go ahead and fix the mistakes that he's shown week in and week out. Happy Sunday, Raymond. Happy Sunday, TTNL family. What's up, my brother Ivan? Let's go Bears. What's up, brother? I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I really have a good feeling about this football game. Let's see how this offensive line can continue to progress. I want them to come off the bus running, but if they decide, and like I said, it's almost week to week a change of identity, right? Like we put on a different costume in our offensive philosophy week after week, trying to be something else. I want them to come off the bus running, but if they do end up passing, which they will, I need this offensive line to pass block like it's like their lives depended on it. Because I feel like this team right now is at the cusp of falling apart, right? You're 4-8. Right now I'm looking at the Fox playoff picture, and 4-8 Bears are in the hunt along with the New York Giants. I don't believe that to be true with what I've seen, but technically, yes, they're still in the hunt. Playoffs, I don't see that in their future. But if you're going to do anything, we talked about progression this year. Progression was the main thing we were all looking for, mainly with Justin Fields, but with the team overall. And I feel like there is progression. They get a couple more wins here at the end of the season. The team has made progression. Now, me personally, I don't want this coaching staff here. I just feel like I don't trust them enough. I've seen enough to where I don't trust them making big time decisions in big time games. That is progression for the players. They've won. The players on the field won those games. And I would say if the Bears can get to 6 games, which I predicted, at the beginning of the season, you got to start looking at adding more instead of subtracting from the overall roster. Now, if you want to go ahead and move on from coaches, by all means, I'm fine with that. But I think we have enough talent on the field to go ahead and next year take a huge step forward. That's me personally. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know. Let me know how you feel. I'll answer any questions I can. Trying to keep this show a little shorter today so I could prepare myself for the game. Alan, they finished. If they have to finish today, don't get complacent. If you get out in front, 100% agree. Jose, run the rock. Absolutely, brother. Hopefully, Coach Dre just lost you. There you go. Hopefully, Foreman has a few angry runs. Yeah, I hope Foreman does. Let's take a quick look at this injury report. As you can see, quarterback Nathan Peterman's out. You'll see Foreman again today. Quindell Johnson is out. Colin Johnson is out. Not sure if they're related. In the Equanimous St. Brown out today. I think he hurt his wrist, if I'm not mistaken, blocking. Was it in practice or in last game? I'm not quite sure. I didn't get the full details of him. Jatre Carter, he's out today, and Dominique Robinson is out as well. So you got some guys out, but you have the main cast of characters healthy and ready to go today. So it just gives me more confidence in what could be the outcome moving forward. Ray, my three concerns for today: offensive play calling, offensive execution. Will the wide receivers and O line do a better job at blocking? Will the defense continue to play as good as they have been? Yeah, it's as good as they played recently. The defense, they could be better, right? A few pick sixes would have changed our opinions on that, but they are taking steps forward, right? I think Montez Sweat has been a huge reason why. Now that you have a threat with only four pass rushers rushing the passer, it changes the whole dynamic of what's been going on. You saw the struggle. You started having to bring a lot of blitzes before we went ahead and picked up Montez, leaving that secondary bare. It was a stressful time. And then Montez comes, and you see guys starting to generate sacks. You see Montez getting to the quarterback. You see the quarterback, off his mark because he's got pressure from that side. It all started with that, the progress in the defense. It all started, I feel like, when you got Montez Sweat and you were able to generate pressure with four. Hopefully they can continue to do that. I'm looking forward to it. My call. I'm over this off the bus running nonsense. It's a passing league, and we need to get better. And we need to get better, or we will never win. Yeah, Mike. But what do we do well? We run the football well. We're number 3 in overall in the league in running the football. Yeah, I think that's what you should do. If that's your identity, you got to identify with that. You got to use that. That's what's been beating the Detroit Lions with Justin Fields. Now, I'm all for him correcting his mistakes in the passing game. I'm all for having a passer, but if you could beat a team running the football, I mean, you're going to have big plays open downfield when in the play action. You're going to end up having that, and you're going to lessen the pass rush on Justin Fields in order for him to do that. So, for me, I'm all about running the football. I get where you're coming from, but today I'm about running it right down the Detroit Lions' fucking throats and making a point. That's where I'm at. Let me see who else we got over here. I'm trying to get to all you guys. Ivan, I agree. I agree in principle, Ivan, but we really need center badly. Yeah, I agree, 100%. I agree. Center is a must this offseason. Really will help everybody on that offensive line. There's a couple guys out there that we talked about. I know Coach Dre's mentioned them. One from Las Vegas, one from Miami. But wherever they go, as far as offensive line is concerned, I think the guy just needs to be his demeanor and his mentality towards the game needs to be nasty. You need to have, I mean, he's got to be smart, obviously. He just can't be a brute, but he needs to have that edge to him. You need to bring in somebody that wants to slap a motherfucker, week in and week out, that wants to get into a physical altercation week in and week out, that thrives off that shit. That's what we've been missing on this offensive line for quite some time now, and it would be nice to see them correcting it. What do the Lions struggle with? Ivan, stopping the pass. So you run it down their throats, and you get, like I said, it'll open up everything, Mike. Trust me, it'll open everything up for Justin. I hope they're able to run it down their fucking throat, and then Justin's able to just beat them down the field with the play action, and we win 45-0 with Justin throwing for 300 yards and limiting his. I would love for that to happen. But I think that's how you do it. You run it down their throats, and then you beat them over the top with the passing game. Just me. Let's see what else we got. Was Mustafa a better center than Patrick? I don't know, man. I haven't seen Lucas Patrick block nobody. There was a lot of times where Sam Mustafa was like that Patriots game last year, where he just ran down the line to the sideline and blocked absolutely no one. Uh, Lucas Patrick just seems to be getting blown up. He just doesn't seem as strong as Sam Mustipher. I don't think he's much of as much of a liability, but I don't think he's as bad. No, so I'll say no. I think Mustipher was still bad. Blocking nobody as many times as I've seen. Running into your guys. Getting blown up. It was too much from Sam to say that Patrick is worse. That's just me. And Bozy says no, no, hell no. So there you go, Mustipher Patrick. They're the same in my opinion. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, they both aren't great centers, but if you're gonna ask me, I'm gonna go ahead and put Patrick above Sam Mustipher. Just me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next 4 games that we have coming up for the Bears. Uh, Detroit, obviously a big one. Lions are second in offense, 13 in defense, fourth in the pass, fourth in the rush. Their last 4 games, they are 3-1. They've beaten the Los Angeles Chargers, us, the Chicago Bears, lost to the Green Bay Packers, and beaten the New Orleans Saints, who also beat us while Tyson Bagent was at quarterback. But nonetheless, here are the next 4 games coming up for the Bears. You got the Cleveland Browns, the Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Falcons, and of course, the Cheeseheads from up north, the Green Bay Packers. Look at the Browns. Looking at the Browns, they're 21st in offense, first in defense, 26th in the pass, 7th in the rush. We talked about how this could be an opportunity for the Bears to string to gather some games at the end of the year. I don't think it's going to be as easy as some may think, right? A really good defense in Cleveland, a really good running game. You got a veteran quarterback now. I believe Joe Flacco is starting for them. I think the Cleveland Browns can beat you at your own game, which is complementary football, control the clock, run the football well, play great defense. That could be a game where you might struggle if your offense isn't able to generate anything, any type of success. That's where I'm going with it. I think Cleveland is going to be a tougher game than people think. Moving to Arizona, I think we get a win. Arizona, I think the Bears can beat Arizona. They do have the 8th rushing attack, but as you could see, 22nd in offense, 29th in defense, and 25th in the pass. With Kyler Murray, it might be a different story. He might be able to be athletic enough and pass well enough to maybe surprise you. I'm not looking forward. I'm not seeing that. I think the Bears can go ahead and actually beat the Arizona Cardinals in a couple weeks. Moving to the Atlanta Falcons, I'll actually be at this game on the 31st of December, excuse me. Atlanta 18th in offense, 9th in defense, 24th in pass, and 6th in the rush. Another defensive team that can obviously beat you at your own game. The Bears are 27th in the pass, so these teams are very similar, right? These teams are very similar. It's going to come down to who makes the mistakes, right? Who doesn't turn over the ball, right? And who's able to put the ball in the end zone. Moving on to Green Bay, as you can see, Green Bay isn't a world beater themselves, but they are well coached. They're well coached. They're a team that's been together for a long time, right? They have some guys that have been there for a while. They got leaders there. This is going to be one of the more important Bears Packers games, I think, that I could remember. And I know it's a late in the year BS game where the Bears might not even make the playoffs. But if the Bears could string some wins together, this could be a very, very important game for not only this regime, but this franchise as a whole. If the Bears are able to beat the Cleveland Browns, or if they're able to sneak in some way, somehow into this playoff hunt, playoff picture, it would be an epic matchup between the Bears and the Packers. I don't know how the Bears will win that. They don't seem to have an answer for Green Bay whenever they face them. It'll have to come down to coaching decisions late in the game and whether Justin Fields is able to hold on to the rock late. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at this game. What are the keys I was mentioning? Running the rock, running the football is going to be huge. Generating that pass rush with 4 against Jared Goff, another big point in the Bears winning this game. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to. I'm looking at a stat line real quick, but generating a pass rush with 4 is going to be huge, and obviously protecting the football / generating turnovers on defense. My key to the game would be my biggest key to the game would be stopping the run of the Detroit Lions. If you could limit Gibbs and Montgomery, if you could really, frustrate them and make Goff one-dimensional, then I think you're going to start to see a lot of turnovers. Then I think you're going to see this defense begin to play a little bit more free. Yeah, like I had mentioned before, as I wrap things up here, like I said, it was going to be a shorter show today. I mentioned on Tuesday, I think this will be a close game. I think this will be a dogfight. I really think this is going to get chippy. I believe that the Bears are going to come out and really try to smack the Lions in the mouth, and the Lions are going to do the same. I think the Lions will be more prepared for the Bears this time around than they were in Detroit. So it could be a very, very fun afternoon for us Bears fans watching this game. I think the Bears are going to pull it off 24-21 over the Detroit Lions today at Soldier Field. Hopefully, we see the Bears, take a step on offense. Hopefully we see big plays down the field. We see Justin Fields have some success in the pocket. It comes down to JF1 and what he could do with the football today. If he's able to lead us down the field late, if he's able to keep the ball in his hands late, Bears have an excellent chance of winning this game. 24-21 is my prediction. Anybody got any other predictions? Share your predictions before we go ahead and get out of here. Before we go, make sure you guys check out BHL at halftime for you patrons. If you're not a patron, you will not be seeing BHL halftime. So go out and become a patron today, www.thetapeneverlies.com, to catch Phil and Shane and their halftime report of Bears and Lions. And then for the free, right after that, you got BHL as usual, Bears versus Lions post-game show, the best post-game show bar none. Wednesday night, we have Matt Waldman, quarterback guru. We're going to go ahead and be talking quarterback play. We're going to probably talking a lot of draft because it is getting to that time in the year where the draft talk ramps up. So it's going to be a fun show on Wednesday. Cars Keys Thursday night. As usual, Cars dropping his knowledge of everything Chicago Bears, giving you great stats and analytics every Thursday night. And of course, on Tuesday, check me out again. Another Bears show. Going to be breaking down this post-game Bears versus Lions, what happened, moving out next week to predictions, and we'll be having fun there as well. So check us out. Full week of shows, full day of shows today for you at the Tape Never Lies Network. All right, guys, that wraps things up for me. I'm happy to have been here. Mbosi, 27-17. Bears. Richards got it. 23-21. Santos nailing a field goal at the end. So here we go. Let's see. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the Bears could pull it off here at Soldier Field today and leave us all happy. Happy Sunday we're hoping for the Bears. All right, guys. That wraps things up for me. I'm out of here. Peace. Bear down.